All right, guys. Our topic for today's video is Python for loops. So, a loop in the for keyword um, that is usually used in the other programming languages. It is different. It was a little bit different in Python. So, a for loop in Python is used for iterating over a sequence. That sequence can be a list, a tuple, whatever you want to name it as, a dictionary, a set, or a string. So with the for loop, we can execute a set of statements, one for each item in a list, tuple, set, etc. Let's say we have print each fruit in a fruit list. Okay. So let's say we take a list of fruits: apple, banana, cherry. And now we run a loop over it. For x in fruits, print x. So basically this x over here, this x will take all of these inside it and will print one by one. Like, let's save this, or loops.py, and let's run it a bit. And here we can, wait, let's delete all of these. Control S, run it. Like this. We have this as a list. Now, the for loop does not require an indexing variable. Uh, like, just note, you can write a side note or whatever. The for loop does not require an indexing variable to set beforehand. Like we have previously discussed in our previous videos about the concept of indexing and how it works. So usually it is not required in the for loop. Now let's talk about looping through a string. And strings are iterable objects. They contain a sequence of characters. Like, let's say loop through the letters in the word banana. So let's say we have a string of banana. For x in banana, let's print x. So now save it and run it. And here it is. This is how it will run as. Okay. And now let's talk about the break statement, which we also talked about in our previous while loop videos. Like how the break statement works. Like with the break statement, we can stop the loop before it has looped through all the items. Like, let's say, let's talk about exit the loop when x is banana. So we have the list fruits, right? So let's say, let's take a new list: vegetables, and we can say ladyfinger, we can say cabbage, and potato, right? And now for x in fruits, sorry, x in vegetables, we will run at the loop over here. We'll say print x, but now we want to break the loop in between. So I'll say if x reaches like equals to cabbage, like the moment it reaches cabbage, it should break. And now let's save it. Now let us run. So look, it didn't print the entire list. It just stopped the moment the cabbage was printed. This is how it works. So this is how it works. And yeah, now let's say you want to take a range, like to loop through a set of code a specified number of times. You can use the range function. Like let's say so what does the range function does in here? So the range function returns a sequence. Returns a sequence of numbers starting from 0 by default, and it increments by 1 by default. And it ends at a specified number. Like let's say using the range function over here, for x in range, let's take it till 10, we'll print x. So this is it. Like let's run it. This is it. We discuss, now you will be wondering why do we not have the 10 over here. So it is till 0 to 10, 9. So this is why it automatically assumes that the number is starting from 0. If you want to give it a certain range, like let's say I want to say like print till from 1 till 10. Now let's see how it prints out. So this is how you can do it here. So basically in the range function, the values are not printed from 1 to 10, they will be printed till 9. So if you want to print it till 10, you need to give one more number to it, like this. So this is how it works. Now it is printing till 10. And yeah, this is pretty much it. And let's talk a bit about nested loops. So nested loops. So a nested loop is a loop inside a loop. So the inner loop will be executed one time for each iteration of the outer loop. Print each adjective for every fruit. All right, so let's say we have adjectives, red, and tasty. Now how it's gonna work? Like let's say I want to say each fruit has its own. We have this list, banana, and cherry. For X in adjective, we will take this would be our first loop, and then this will be our second loop. This loop will run on this list, and then for Y in fruits, this loop will run for this list. Print X, Y. And let's save it and run it. Look, now each adjective is a part of each fruit. So this is pretty much it about loops, and we're gonna cover our next topic in the next video. See you in the next video.